Today is recording day. Me outside and sprinkly, and it's my absolute favorite weather to record. Something about the rain has always been really inspiring to me, whether I'm writing or recording music in the quote studio, aka the Cry Pop Closet, and recording vocals on a day like today. We are recording a brand new song called Ugly Side. All the music that I've been putting out so far, since I got back into music, collaborating with No Pixel artists and stuff, I feel like I've had quite a variety in what I've been working on, which has been really cool. I've started writing in styles that I never thought I would. I've always liked writing in a variety of genres, but I feel like just working with all these amazing artists in the No Pixel community has really also just broadened my own creatively what I'm capable of, or what I thought I was capable of. With this particular song though, I feel like it's most in line with the songwriting style that I kind of always have done. Actually, really excited for you to hear this one because I feel like it's gonna be kind of introducing in a way my singer-songwriter style that I feel like is the most my sound, if that makes sense. So my dad just left. We did a bunch of mic testing. We kind of were checking, okay, let's move the mic closer, let's move it far away. Let's just try different heights because I'm really short too. So we're just trying to find like the best placement for the mic for this song because this song in particular is super low for me. It's actually a really hard song to sing. I wrote it, so I shouldn't be complaining, but it's really hard to find places to breathe because there's a lot of words and the verses are one line after the other. On top of that, it's just a really low song for me, barely in my range. So now I'm in the process of recording all the vocals, and then I can get to the vocal comp part, which is where I go through and I take like the best parts of each vocal take and I kind of put it into one take. My favorite part, it's kind of like video editing in a way. I love the editing process of pretty much anything I work on. The problem we were running into before with the song was my vocals. There's so many harmonies also in this song and so many vocal takes that I feel like sometimes when they're stacking, they kind of get this muddy sound. So we want to avoid that. So we might run something called like a high pass where we're gonna kind of roll off the low ends. I filter out any unnecessary sounds there, unnecessary room noises, mouth noises, things like that. And anything that's too low that's gonna be competing with the vocal, we're gonna also run that on some of the instruments like the bass and the drums and things like that to kind of give it more room for the vocals to shine or at least have space to be heard. And then we also might try doing a vocal chain. So basically how vocal chain works is when you have, say, like the bass or the drums linked to the vocal, whenever the vocal kind of pops in, that's when the sound of like the drum or the bass will kind of lower a little bit, again, giving room for that vocal to be heard. So those are a couple of the tricks we're gonna try. So right now I'm doing something called vocal comp. So I'm going through all the vocal tracks I did for verse 1 for the low part, the low octave, and I'm going through and I am grabbing the best parts of each take so I can have one really strong take, and then we'll go from there. You'll maybe have a part of a word that you started to say where you really like the take and then by the end it sounds really bad and you're like, okay, can I fix that? Or is that something that I should just find a better take? And sometimes you can't like split the vocal because it's like a connecting word. Like, thought you can't explain. Maybe I really like thoughts, yeah, but I didn't like the way I said can't or something, but the thought you can't, it's like all connected. So I can't use that take if I don't like part of that because it's pretty much all connected. It's like impossible to separate. You can get away with some things, but there's some things you just can't. You don't want to hear the other track like pop in. So there's some things where you can like fade that pop sound out, but then sometimes you can't. So it's give and take.